have now changed here in Wales, and so we get lighter nights, so we have more daylight. So you think that we'd be able to get more gardening done, but unfortunately the weather is against us. I was hoping to get out today and do lots of digging and spreading compost and all sorts, and the weather's been horrific. It has been snowing, it's been hailstones, it's been raining. So I've come to have a look around my greenhouse, which is getting rather full. Seeds started off everywhere. Got loads of lettuces and brassicas and more lettuces and even more lettuce and onions and broccoli, broad beans, everywhere. I've just got trays and trays of seeds in my messy greenhouse. More here. Everything you can think of. And even some strawberry plants there. They weren't from seed. And then I've got some tubs of Mizuna and some loose leaf salad. And more lettuce. My house is getting pretty full as well. I have got seeds here on my kitchen windowsill, on my bathroom windowsill, and in the living room windowsill too. Here we are in the kitchen. A lot of these haven't come up yet, some have. Over here, some more seed trays. Seed trays in the bathroom. And here in my front room I have my potatoes. Buying lots of seed can be really expensive, so here's some of the ways that I try and cut down or make my budget go further to get seeds for my garden. The first thing I do is I ask for presents. For Christmas, my mother-in-law asked me what I wanted, and I said, can I have a Wilko's voucher? And I like Wilko's. It does a lot of good gardening seeds and equipment and stuff, a really good price, a lot cheaper than the local garden centre. So she gave me a Wilko's voucher, and then I went along in January and I bought all my seed potatoes. So all my seed potatoes that are on my windowsill, most of them, I think there was one lot that wasn't, but most of those I had free, if you like, because it was a present for Christmas with a voucher. I'm not a perfume and clothes sort of person. I really like getting seeds and things for presents. My birthday's in October, and my sister always asks me what I want, and every year I go seeds, and she says, I gave you that last year. I said, I don't care. I really, really love getting seeds. She buys them for me. I never quite know what I'm getting, so some of it's a little bit of a surprise, and then it's really exciting on my birthday and open up my little parcel, and there's all these different types of seeds, and I sort of read the packets and read up how to grow them, and I really look forward to it. And my sister's very savvy, and she's a savvy shopper too. She lives quite a distance away from me, and she lives near a city. And her garden centre does something which ours doesn't do, and that's at the end of the season, they sell off all their seeds really cheap. I mean, half price or less. So when she sends me seeds, if you can see, the barcode is scrubbed out because these are being sold off for less money. There's all sorts here. This one was asparagus, this is cabbage. I had about 20 packets off hers as broad beans, and they're still in date. They're all in date. They haven't got a long date, they haven't got several years, but they've all got at least a year, or if not 2 years date. These ones I had last year in 2018, and it says to sow by 2020. So there's nothing wrong. You say that the barcode's off, and it means that she says that her money goes further. So instead of getting me, say, 10 packets of seeds, she can afford to get me 20 packets of seeds, and I think that's really good. Our garden centre doesn't do that. Our local one occasionally will say have 10% off at the end of the season, which isn't really that much money. I mean, for example, this packet of seeds here that my sister got me started off life at £2.99. So I think she said everything was sort of 50p or less, whereas sort of 10% of £2.99, in my maths, is it about 30p roughly? It's not that great, whereas she gets really, really good discounts with this. So it works out really well, and I do very well for my birthday with seeds from her. On the subject of seeds being reduced, our local centre doesn't do it, or as I say, occasionally they might have a 10% off. But I happened to be out shopping sort of the end of August, ready for school, back to school shopping with my daughter. I went into Pound Stretchers. It's about an hour away from where I live because I live quite rurally, so you have to sort of go off to the big city shopping. And I went into Pound Stretchers and they were selling off their seeds. I think I just happened to go at the right time, and they were selling off beans, like broad beans and climbing beans. These were 50p a packet, and then normal seeds like this one were 20p a packet. They didn't have many left, and I didn't have a lot of money on me at the time, but I bought what I could. So that was a really good saving for, like, say, 20p for a packet of beetroot seeds, and there's 100 seeds in there. And so I had a load of beans. So I had a little sort of haul of those, some of which I've already planted. Another way I get seeds as well is my children asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I have some grown-up children, so they were going to club together and get me a present. And as I say, I'm not a clothes, perfume, and it's no good me having my nails done, because the second I go back in the greenhouse and full of compost, they're going to look awful. So I came up with a fantastic idea, and I said, can you club together and get me a subscription to a gardening magazine? Which they did. They got me a Grow Your Own subscription, and it comes with free seeds. So I've had, this is my third copy so far this year, and each copy I've had has had some free seeds with it. This month it came with peas and beans. It's great seeds. I mean, the first couple of editions I had 6 packets of seeds, all different, from beetroot to leeks to carrots, everything, and that was really good. And so I'm not paying for this. This was again a present. So I get quite a lot of free seeds with the magazine every month, which is great. And the other thing with the magazine is it has like an offer sheet on it. So like, for every reader, this month's offer is 6 free tomato plants. You just have to pay the postage. So the postage, I haven't got my glasses on, is £3.35. So either 35 or 95, can't see without my glasses. And for that you get 6 tomato plants, which they reckon here is worth £15.96. And I do know from our local garden centre they are quite expensive. I mean, I do grow a lot of tomatoes from seeds, and this is just an example. One of the last offers on the front of the magazine was for some strawberry plants, which I sent off and got, because again you just had to pay the postage. So that worked out quite well. And the offer last time was some potatoes, and the potatoes came plus 6 packets of seeds with them, and I've got leeks and cauliflowers, carrots, lettuce, beetroot, and this was for the postage, this with some potatoes and some potato planters. I think cost me about £6. So again, I thought that was a really good deal. So that's another way that I save money on seeds. I know in my local village they do have a seed swap as well, where people can take and swap. So if you use half a packet, say, of tomatoes, and then you can go and swap it there with somebody else who's only used half a packet of cucumbers. And that's a really good thing. I don't tend to do a lot of that, because I tend to just keep the seeds I've got and plant everything, or keep some for next year, and because I'm never 100% certain on what my sister's going to get me as well. So if I have say broad bean seeds left over and they're still in date, I'll keep them for next year, because she might not necessarily be able to get me broad beans. It depends what they've got left in the shop, that sort of thing. But I know that's a really good way of getting sort of free seeds and meeting fellow gardeners, and I think that's a great idea too. So I hope that was helpful, and leave a comment below and tell me how you get free seeds, in case there's some things I haven't thought of, and other people might like to know, and we can share around and see some of the good ways of making our money go a bit further in the garden. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. I'm rushing now because my phone's going off and I've got to go and pick my daughter up from school. The old school run is beckoning. So I hope you have a good day. Let's hope the weather clears up soon so we can all get back in the garden.